Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, welcome to the first ever episode 49 of Expansion Drive Podcast, your weekly source for all things nerdy, video games, theme parks, movies, TV, and sometimes a little wrestling. As always, I'm your host, Mike Kerrigan, with my friend to the left, at Blacktimus Prime himself, America's favorite, worst producer ever, Didi.
In honor of the quiet place, I'm just going to be quiet.
You finally saw it, huh?
Yes. It was so good.
And some people you may not recognize from shows in the past. We have special guests on this week from the Professional Orlando Air Guitar Club. We have, to my right, Mr. Hennessy Williams.
Hello, hello. How
And,
you doing?
and to the left, Ms. Rachel Williams.
Hello.
Welcome to the show, guys.
Thank you.
Welcome.
Thank you for having us.
We're going to talk about Orlando Air Guitar in just a minute. But as always, we'd like to thank a sponsor of the show each and every week, MEI Travel, Mousefriend Travel, and Universal Fan Travel. They are your go-to source for all things Disney.
Yep.
Universal.
All day.
And cruises.
Yep.
If you want to get out to Disneyland, like what we're going to be doing in 24 days. Oh my gosh,
GTO
24
code.
days. You can reach out to them. They're going to give you a great quote with no obligation.
None.
Of course, it's going to be free.
Free.
What do you have to lose? Just reach out to them and be like, hey, I want to go to Disneyland. What can you help me out with? And they're going to be able to help you out. You can, if you want to go to Disneyland Paris, like Banks is in a couple weeks.
Yeah.
Just
Weeks?
reach out to them.
Yeah.
They're going to help you out.
Yeah.
What else was I going to say here? I'm totally lost. What am I doing here? I have no idea what I'm doing. I think it was what I'm used to saying is Gods and Monsters, but we're not at Gods and Monsters anymore. We're at the Give Kids the World Village. They are being gracious enough to allow us to film right here in this awesome studio right here. If you don't know about them, they're a great organization. They bring out kids that are sick and want to make them feel like just regular kids, make them forget about all the stuff that's going on with them.
Yeah.
They have awesome stuff. It's basically like a theme park over here.
It is.
It's crazy. But we do have to start the show off with a little bit of sad news. We just found out right before the show started that the actual founder of Give Kids a World passed away today, 91. Henry Landworth, the former Central Florida hotelier and Holocaust survivor who later devoted his life to making wishes come true for critically ill children, the founder of Give Kids a World Village, has died. He was 91. Let's see here. Give a little bit of a press release here. Make sure I got this right. So, let's see. The Belgian immigrant retired several years ago from day-to-day operations from the Kissimmee, Florida charity that established in 1986. Landworth was living in Jacksonville, Florida, where he died of natural causes on April 16, 2018, according to his family. At Give Kids World Village, the nonprofit storybook vacation resort that hosts more than 8,000 children with critical illnesses and their families from around the world each year, Landworth is remembered for his tireless advocacy on behalf of people facing the unimaginable. So it's really sad to hear that. But of course, it goes on here. The passion, the helping out the kids, and it's really a great place here. That I can't express how awesome this place is.
Yeah, I agree.
I mean, I'm a cancer survivor myself.
Oh wow.
I was 20 years old when I was diagnosed, so I was right in the in-between stage of childhood and becoming a man. And then I went through this tragic thing, but it made me become a better person. That's why I do the things I do. That's why you have 60 seconds of air and opportunity. That's why we do the air guitar, because you only get one chance. You only get one life.
Yep.
Yeah.
And you got to try to live it as hard as you can, as best as you can. And coming to a place like this, when you see kids who haven't even had a chance to even get to experience life even a little bit, I mean, it just makes you want to go out there and do whatever you can for them.
Heard that.
Yep.
And that's exactly why we do Professional Orlando Air Guitar Club for Ronald McDonald House.
Oh, you do?
We'll
Oh,
get
wow.
to it
Awesome.
later.
Yeah.
But that's exactly why we do it for them.
Yeah.
So this is the perfect setting. There's nothing. That's why Orlando is the perfect place.
Yeah. Exactly.
Yeah.
You know, kids come here, they come to Disney, and they have one opportunity sometimes to see Mickey Mouse and everybody. And you have to look at them and be like, if you were in their shoes, how would you feel?
Yeah.
And then that makes every day easier. That makes driving on I-4 easier when you're sitting in traffic. I mean, a little bit. That makes waiting in long lines when you know it's all tourists. But, for them, maybe their whole lives they were trying to get to Orlando.
Yeah.
And they saved every penny they had and even that wasn't enough, and they still came.
Yep.
So that's what I think about
Yep.
when I see people, and that makes every day easier, every day.
Yep.
So I didn't mean to hijack.
No, you're good. It's good. You know, I love this place. Matter of fact, I think I talked about it before. My oldest, she's planning on volunteering. You know, this coming summer. You know, she's inspired by this place. I have friends that come out here and volunteer that they know Mayor Clayton. I mean, come on, you know Mayor Clayton.
Mayor Clayton.
Yeah. He has this secret surprise birthday every single Tuesday that he keeps forgetting about every single Tuesday.
That's right.
But usually right around now we go around the board and say, what's going good, with the past week or so. Didi, we'll start out with you. What's good? Don't say work. I swear to God, don't say work because that's all you do. You said you saw a Quiet Place.
I did see A Quiet Place.
What did you think?
It was probably one of the best movie-going experiences I ever went to.
It's great, right?
Yeah.
Have you guys seen it yet?
No, I'm not a horror movie person.
Neither is my wife.
Intellectual, as I've heard, Quiet Place might be. Maybe I'll entertain it.
It's really good. So my wife is the exact same way, and she does not like scary movies at all. There's maybe a couple jump scares in this thing, but the most part, it's pure silence.
It's like intense.
Now, where did you see it at?
The only magical place there is to see Artagon.
Just because no one's there.
Well, this is
besides that, right?
This is someone brought a newborn in.
Oh
man, I was about to go in on these people, but like halfway in, you started going, wah, wah, wah. And so you saw him walk out, and I'm like, oh, thank God. Oh my God! And then they came back in, but the baby was out the rest of the time. So
no, was they like you, where during the dine-in when I went, everybody was trying to be as quiet as they possibly could?
No.
Oh no! What?
No, people were still going.
How can you not? It's $32 worth of stuff in your hand.
Well, the funniest thing is because my wife and I saw it at the Disney dine-in theaters, and even with their hamburgers and their chicken fingers or whatever, everybody's just taking it and just trying to eat it as quietly as they possibly can. Because it's the funniest thing, because the movie is pure silence. You don't hear anything, and it was funny to watch that.
Yeah.
So what is the difference between that movie and, say, Blair Witch Project?
So this one, I would say, I think it's just the intensity that makes you wanna, that kind of makes it scary. Like what's gonna happen?
Yeah.
It's more anticipation of just like if you're an anxious person, this is not a good movie for you.
Yeah, probably not.
Yeah.
But it's so well directed, so well written.
Jim Halpert.
Yeah, Jim Halpert doing his thing, leaving Scranton, heading over to save the world.
To grow the most beautiful beard I've ever seen in my life. Man.
Now we're gonna talk about Orlando Air Guitar, but what's good in your guys' life? Is there anything fun or nerdy or what's going?
This has been an issue for about a month and a half now.
Uh-oh.
I'm still trying to figure out how to play Fortnite.
Didi. He plays the Looney Tunes.
Oh, man.
I had an experience 3 days ago where 2, 4, 5-year-old kids were explaining to me in very vivid detail how to explain this game.
I want to hereby apologize just in case one of them was my son. Just want to go ahead and do that right now. He's been obsessed with that game for like a couple weeks now. Didi gets on his case, but
I don't understand it. I run. I collect things. I don't kill anybody until I get shot out of nowhere.
Yeah, nowhere, right?
And so that's been an issue.
Okay.
And then basically we've been playing Lego Marvel 2.
Okay. Yeah.
My son and I.
Uh-huh.
Now that game's awesome.
I love Lego games. They're amazing. Like legit, like one of the best created games is the Lego stuff.
The second one is so much better than the first one. It's unreal. Actually, it's good. But other than that, just Fortnite, just trying to figure out what this is. So many people play it.
No, Didi and I play Players Unknown Battleground, which is basically the same thing, just not as like cartoony looking.
Yeah.
We don't shoot anybody really for the most part, so it's the same thing where it's like 100 people dropped off in the plane.
Is there 100 people?
Yeah, 100 people.
Where are they at?
They're all spread across that island, Hennessy.
Like 4 or 5.
Well, that's the thing, because like Didi and I are the same way, where we're hiding in bushes.
Yeah.
We're hiding in this and that. We're waiting for everybody else to die, and then we come in and snipe that last person to win the game. That's what we do.
But there's a new one out called Radical Heights, made by Cliffy B.
Oh, I heard about that.
That one looks awesome.
Really?
Yeah.
I'll figure it out.
Listen, we don't need to play Sesame Street. It's okay.
Now, Rachel, what about you? Is anything good going on? Besides the Fortnite over here with Hennessy.
we have 3 kids under 6. So
oh, okay. God bless you.
Busy.
Oh, I was gonna say.
But my little guilty pleasure has been a little Netflix and Hulu late at night. I just finished Marvel's Runaways.
Oh, I started that. We never finished it.
Which, because just like the text-based mud games, I enjoy very kind of character development focused, and I really loved how their powers was not the focus of the first season.
Yeah, exactly.
At all.
It was all about their interaction between each other.
Discovery.
Mm-hmm.
And I love that. Like, we're discovering with you, and we're all sitting there with the characters like, oh, is that a power? Is that just they're smart? Or like, what's going on here?
Yeah.
Do their parents have powers or not? I love that. And then I just started The Magicians, which is on Netflix.
Okay.
And it's been on my list for like a while. And I was like, I was catching up on Bates Motel, but I'm kind of like over that. So I was like, well, let me just watch the first episode. And like, he always makes fun of me because I like watch like those sci-fi, ones and like the librarians and stuff like that. Just because sometimes when you have 3 little boys, you need to just
The shows are fine. It's just if you don't watch them, and you just watch the first 3 minutes, you literally think it's the same show.
I mean,
just watching that,
he'll like come in and he'll be like. But I have to say, the first episode of The Magicians, I'm like really impressed.
Now, is that a Netflix original, or where was this?
It's on Netflix.
I think it's a sci-fi show.
Is it sci-fi?
It might be a sci-fi.
Okay.
But like, it looked like it was going to be like The Librarians.
Okay.
It's like much better acting,
like
much more serious. I mean, they went real deep immediately. So
Okay.
I'm very intrigued.
I'll have to check that out. I'm finishing up finally the season 2 of Jessica Jones right now. I just watched the 2nd or 3rd episode.
It's not as good as the first season.
Really? I was like, you don't watch any of that stuff.
Listen,
Didi actually can't handle the Marvel stuff on Netflix because it's too quote unquote brutal for him. So.
Daredevil. Oh my God, Daredevil is ridiculous.
Not like Punisher though.
I heard Punisher was worse,
but it's so good.
But it's good. It's really
so good.
The guy who plays Punisher.
Yeah.
Is the most perfect Punisher.
Yeah.
He really, truly is.
It's a dude from Walking Dead. The one
that's right.
I can't.
He's so perfect.
Yeah.
Jason Bernthal or no? What's it? Something like that.
I think it's like Jason Bernthal.
Something like that or whatever.
Like, forget the show.
Yeah.
Just hope
He's
that
so
he makes
good.
it past the show onto the movie. 'Cause we need him to do Punisher.
I don't know how. I wish we would see somehow like some of the Netflix characters show up in the MCU somehow. Like when we're fighting Thanos, just have Daredevil in the background helping somewhere.
Right.
Or even just keep the same Flash or something, like some consistency.
I mean, we're not going to get into that. we got Justice League coming up.
Yeah, that's coming up in the news. But first, we want to talk about something important. So normally we go into topic of the show later, but let's Didi, let's go ahead and get into it now.
Tots. The air guitar tots.
So it's the Orlando air guitar. No, I'm saying it incorrectly. Rachel, correct me.
The Professional Orlando Air Guitar Club.
There you go.
Ladder.
So
you got it, man.
Now, are you guys the founders of this club?
Yes. Yes.
Okay.
We are. Yes. We're working to establish like kind of a year-round base.
Okay.
We want people to be excited about air guitar all year long. However, what started it was getting involved with the National U.S. Air Guitar Championship.
So this is a national RAN championship.
We run the official one here in Florida. It's not just like, oh, we want to do a 90s night. No,
Okay.
This is our winner goes straight to nationals. And the national competition, which will be in New York City this year,
Wow.
the winner who becomes the U.S. champion represents the United States in Finland.
Wait, what? This is a worldwide competition?
The World Air Guitar Championship.
What?
Yes.
We got in the wrong business.
So in Finland,
Okay.
they have a huge music festival in the end of August. They've been doing it for ages. And in 1996, long time ago. They said, hey, we want to get people involved like all the time. So what about the people that maybe the band they want to see or the group they want to see is not up? What could we do? Let's have like a fun side stage competition. Let's do an air guitar competition.
Okay.
So they just started this as like a, hey, this is this is funny. And like so many people were into it. Like they were just so into it. They thought it was, because I mean, come on, it's like one of those 3-day music festivals. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
They're
yeah.
all just.
Didi, you go to all those.
Yeah, I go all those.
And so people were there from all over. You know, we're talking worldwide come to this festival and did back then and still do to this day. Wow. Thousands and thousands. And so when they saw the success of it, they said, well, let's just make this something that happens every year. And people, because they had traveled from other countries, said, well, we want to like come and compete. Like, and it kind of just kind of molded into this thing where multiple countries were coming and being represented there. And the U.S. got involved in 2003.
Wow.
And there was a documentary made called Air Guitar Nation. It was
I
on
think I've heard
Netflix
that.
for a while,
Yeah, I heard
but
of it.
I don't think it's on Netflix right now. But Air Guitar Nation is just some U.S. air guitarists that said, let's just document our journey, like trying to get to Finland. And it's a great movie. It's a great movie. It's
And
just
that's
talking about it.
where I come in. Because this is like 2008. I'm just sitting with my boys. We're playing Guitar Hero, like everybody.
Yeah, I was saying like where we
Back
were.
in 2008. Back in 2008, that movie just happened to be on TV, and I'm like, I can win that. And then we tried to get in touch with the person in DC, and it took the better part of like 2 years
Oh wow.
Wow.
for them to like finally respond to us.
Yeah.
And we were already on our way down here.
To
So
Florida,
that's
yeah.
when I was like, well, we got to start it in Orlando.
Okay.
But once, like I said earlier, Orlando's the perfect place.
Yeah.
The cosplay.
Mhm.
NASCAR is not far away. Pro wrestling.
Yeah.
EA Sports is 30 minutes away. Full Sail. These are all people that would enjoy this kind of competition.
Mhm.
And that's exactly what it's become.
Wow.
And not only is it like you win and you make it to nationals, we have a guitar for you from Epiphone,
What?
The Epiphone from the Guitar Center of Winter Park.
from our
Yeah.
sponsor,
What?
Guitar Center. So then you'd also be winning some other accoutrement. I don't even know what to call it. Some fun things. So you get a lot of stuff besides going to New York if you win this competition. It's legit.
Wow.
But you got to come correct. Like you were playing earlier, you got to play the song.
Yeah.
So if you are thinking of entering, just know that if you hear bass, don't play it. You don't want to hear it.
Yeah.
Okay? So just know that.
Wow.
Because you will get disqualified for playing the bass part.
You will, yes. It is
There's
air
plenty
guitar.
of songs. If you're nodding your head to it,
Yeah.
it's probably not the guitar part.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
that's how it goes.
So it's that legit. Like, oh, you know, you're playing the wrong part. Sorry,
Right.
you're out of here.
So you
Yeah.
But you
Well-
get 60 seconds, of, like my motto, 60 seconds of an opportunity to do whatever you want, to do whatever song, to be a rock star,
Uh huh.
wear what you want, do what you want.
Yeah.
Just don't say anything. Because.
Oh, man.
Okay.
What I tell people is I'm like, we are to the music industry what WWE is to the sports industry.
That
Okay.
makes sense.
Because we encourage the same stuff. We want you to have a stage name. We want you to have a costume. We want you to develop a character. Because what people often don't take advantage of is the music. Your 60 seconds can only be 60 seconds.
Okay.
That guitar part. But that doesn't mean you can't do stuff before your music starts. So you can go up there. You can like put your case down, take your air guitar out.
Right.
You can have people on stage being your roadies, your groupies.
What?
You can do whatever you want, miming it out on stage
You can have
to
a crew, you can
establish
have
your
a squad.
character. Yeah. Then the sound guy is not going to do a thing until you put your finger in the air and let him know you ready to rock.
So that's everybody's
Yeah.
cue is to put that
That's
finger in there.
What?
Pick
you can, do
whatever-
whatever, you can do whatever you want.
Okay.
So like we joke about it because we're like, please don't be the 10-minute person.
So people are up there for literally like 3,
So,
4,
like,
5 minutes sometimes. Like,
Our current
the longest
U.S.
intro has
champion.
been 10 minutes.
I think that's the longest one.
wow.
But usually it's just we're talking like a minute or two.
Yeah.
Our,
I ain't got
please
time
don't
for
do that. We don't
it.
have time. Our current U.S. champion lives in Atlanta, Georgia.
Okay.
Her name is Mom Jeans.
Oh my God.
She wears mom jeans. She's awesome. And she wears exactly what you think, a little pullover sweater, a little SNL mom. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
And so if you go on YouTube and you watch her, her show when she performed in Finland or when she performed for the U.S., she'll go out there like reading a book or drinking a porcelain cup of tea, being a mom. And then she'll spew it in the air and rock her face off.
She Triple H's the music or the water and it just goes ham. That's
awesome.
amazing.
Yeah.
Wow, that's the most amazing thing I've ever heard in my
I'm
life.
trying to pull up a picture of her. It's not,
Oh yeah, I'll send you something.
Oh yes,
Yeah.
this is wow.
So is that literally how you guys started, in Orlando? It was just like on a whim, like, hey, I want to do this.
Yes.
That's
Well,
Pretty much.
he wanted to do it, and I said, I like planning stuff. So we found out that if we planned a qualifier,
Yeah.
any level, of the competition, even just a localized competition, he would get to go to the next level. So, because they're like, well, if you plan a show, we don't
I'm
want you
good.
to have to.
let me preface that.
It wasn't just that, right?
Here's the
You
briefcase.
can compete in your own show, but they allow that so that, you don't just win your own show every year.
Exactly.
They're like,
Yeah.
no, you still have to compete against the other hosts and beat them.
Right.
So you still have that. So there's, like last year, he competed against 29 other hosts and
We're
air
not going
guitarists
to
and
talk
stuff.
about that.
Uh-oh. Did it not go well for you, Hannah,
I
last
was
year?
in first place.
He actually, we're talking.
And then,
He got the best technical score almost, but
yeah, the most
which is
important.
something to be said. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so you're talking about scores. What do you scored on?
Well, it's based off of kind of the old gymnast, the 4.0 to 6.0.
Okay.
Okay.
And it's 3 categories.
Okay.
So, like this year, we're regional, which means our winner goes straight to nationals. So we
Okay.
have a 5-judge panel.
Okay.
Wow.
Well, we put on an awesome show last year, so we got their approval. We got the loan. So they bumped us up.
Awesome.
Oh,
so
wow.
now we represent the whole state.
That's
Like
crazy.
we are the Florida State Regional.
That's wild.
Yeah, so that's very exciting for us this year. So the judges, when I explain to them how it works, I have a score sheet for them, and they are given the 3 categories. And in theory, that would be 2.0, 2.0, 2.0, up to a 2.0 in each one.
Okay.
And one is technical ability. Like he said, you have to be playing the guitar part.
Okay.
And also, you can't defy the physical ability of a guitar.
Okay.
Like you can't
You
fold
can't
it in
bend the guitar
half
backwards.
and like
You know what I'm
swallow it and then regurgitate it and unfold it and play it again. As awesome as that
People
would be,
still try it.
they try it. You also can't do anything like use a prop. You can't like pull your belt off in the middle of stage and start like twanging on it.
Okay.
Yeah.
So those are the things that would knock you into technical ability.
Okay.
There is still a little leeway given as far as like, if you're trying to show that you've got like, one
double
of those, the
guitar.
double guitar.
Oh, okay.
Oh, yeah.
You can play it behind your back. You can play it with your tongue. We don't care about any of that. Because rockers have done all of those things.
Yeah.
We just, if you smash it, you just have to remember to pick up a new air guitar.
Like it's gone.
You can have 6 air guitars on stage. We don't care. Just pick up the next one and keep playing it.
Oh, this is
Tied on there. Just remember
this
to
is
pick
brilliant.
Up another one, okay?
The next part is your stage presence.
Okay.
Now, if you don't wear a costume, that's not going to like automatically nix you. You can be wearing an AC/DC band T-shirt. We don't care.
Yeah.
But do you go out there and just give it? Just play to the crowd, use the stage, enjoy yourself, rock out, like. Because being a rock star is not just whether you can play a guitar. Plenty of people can
It's
play a
all about
guitar
the look,
and
baby.
cannot get up on stage and
Exactly.
do anything. So that is 1/3 of your score, your stage presence, your stage performance. And then the third is what we call airness.
Airness?
We consider air
Airness.
guitar to be an art form.
Okay.
So we want to see you merge technical ability and stage presence into showing us how air guitar is an art form. So
This sounds amazing.
that is what you're going to get.
Wow, this must be one of the greatest things I've ever heard in my life.
And we're huge wrestling fans, so I think it goes well with
Hopefully
us. Yeah.
that's true for all of the audience too.
Oh,
So I also come up with a very diverse judge panel.
Okay.
I want judges that are going to be looking for different things. I'm not going to put you in front of a panel of all like guitar players. I'm not going to do that.
Yeah.
So we have a cosplayer,
Okay.
Gothic Sushi. She's got like 24,000 followers. She's amazing. She's going to be looking for something different than Thomas, who runs the lessons at Guitar Center.
Oh, wow.
Who plays guitar. Who's going to be different than Kirk. But
Kirk is one
Who
of
is
them,
a
one
comedian.
of our major comedians.
Okay.
I mean, I do stand-up
He-
comedy
right.
throughout Orlando, but he's one of the major.
he does the
faces you
improv.
see.
He hosts. He does a lot of things. And at one point was on Disney sitcoms.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
He was on one that was like called Game On, I want to say, or something like that.
I'm
Was
sure
it
my
about
kids would
Game
probably know what it
Yeah,
was.
yeah,
Yeah.
On? And so
He
the
was on
comedy
quite
element,
a few episodes of it, though.
right? And then we have Josh, who is a guitar player, local musician, and also we paired with shows I go to, and he works for them. So that's a nice, kind of. So he's got that kind of on the street local musician kind of
Right.
Okay.
And then we have Tiger Claw Lefevre, who has been
Excuse me, say this one more time.
Tiger
just
Claw
go through
Lefevre.
his
Tiger
list.
Claw Lefevre.
Lefevre. He is flying here from San Francisco, California.
What?
He has been air guitaring since 1979.
What?
He is what we consider an air guitar legend.
Legend.
He is the foundation of the air guitar community. He is very involved. He has been partnering with us, helping us be successful. He is really invested. He wants us to be. So he actually had a trophy made for us. He's flying out here. He's judging for us. He's performing on Saturday.
What?
This is so
and-
cool.
And he's been doing air guitar since before Finland ever thought up a contest.
Wow.
Please come to the show because his list of accomplishments.
He has
Forget
an
the man
award
of a
named after
thousand
himself. Yeah.
No D.
Forget,
Malenko.
the man of 1,004 holds. His list. The man of 10,000 awards. Okay, he has everything.
We call him the
It'll take me 5
Godfather.
minutes to
He's the
read the
Godfather.
Man.
Now, where is the competition going to be?
Hourglass Brewery.
Okay, and where's that?
That's in Longwood.
Longwood. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, so it's a fantastic local brewery. I think they got that location in 2012, and I mean it's got one of the nicest menus I've seen. They're always coming out with new stuff.
Awesome.
And they're big. Wrestling fans, and they've got a TARDIS
They have
painted
a
on
huge
the
poster
on the
of
wall. They've got a
Spaceballs.
Spaceballs poster. I mean,
That is legit
they-
my favorite movie of all time, so it's already got
you
a
can
check mark for me.
go into the bar, get a beer,
Uh-huh.
and sit and play the Xbox. He has it set up for you.
Oh, nice.
Wow.
Very
And a
nice.
Waco Taco is connected to it.
Oh, all right. That's even
And
better.
be like, come the desert, come the desert.
You guys found anything yet?
No. Man, I ain't thought.
Yeah, man, remember, family friendly, family friendly. Now, speaking of family friendly, is the show family friendly?
It is.
Okay.
We try hard to, tread the balance. We won't lie. Air guitar around the world has the same elements as the rock star world.
Yeah.
They want to live vicariously through that
Uh-huh.
idea. But because we're really passionate about the local, it being a community event and supporting the Ronald McDonald House, specifically,
the
it
whole
goes
point.
right
Yeah.
to the 3 here in Central Florida. It's not like
Right.
something that goes to the overall.
It's
right to the Central Florida
Awesome.
ones.
Wow.
We've got a good relationship with them, and we, if a family were to want to come and take a break from, the hospital and,
Right.
and the house, we want them to feel like they can come. So how we do that is we theme our events. It's about to get better.
Oh my gosh.
So,
How
have
can it
you
get
seen-
better? This is great.
Have you seen Ready Player One?
Yes. Well, I know he has. I've seen the trailers from
So
whatnot, but I
amazing.
didn't-
There is a fantastic gentleman named Bruce Collum. He owns a business where he makes time machine DeLoreans. And he had a DeLorean in Ready Player One. And he is bringing in DeLorean to our show.
Is this the one that you were pictured in, with, Hennessy?
That
Yes.
would be it.
Whoa.
And it has everything.
Oh.
Has everything.
It actually has, we have a picture where he changed the dates on the date thing to our event. It changes. So he did that
The
day's
The whole
date
time circuit board and
and this
everything?
time circuit board. It's got the flux capacitor. It has the blue lights that light up as it gets dark.
I want to
It's
see
got
it
the
go
license
88
plate.
just to see what happens if I disappear, baby.
So he is bringing it. People are able to take pictures with it. We ask him to donate to the Ronald McDonald House. But he's passionate about charity. He's big on St. Jude as well.
That's great.
And so he has a very close relationship with NBC, and they, he chats with them, and they support him going and taking the car to these events. And he also has a whole Jurassic Park thing too, because he's doing a thing with Jeff Goldblum at MegaCon. So I mean, this guy has been doing this since the 90s. You walk into his office.
You ready to compete yet? Are you ready to compete yet? Because I got names.
Yes.
I gotta play my gimmick.
It's okay. You got a couple of days.
All right. So do you think I could do the whole leotard kind of like Justin Hawkins, The Darkness, and sing or do the Believe in a Thing Called Love? Do you think I could pull that off? My sexy beer
our
body.
Winner last year, Loose Cannon Biscannon. He wears
the greatest names.
He wears neon pink and neon yellow leotard and tights with a blonde, like long-haired wig. It's awesome.
Didi, you would be amazing at this.
So not only is the DeLorean coming, but we also have cosplay actors. We have Biff, Griff, Lorraine, and Marty, all coming in full costume. They'll all be acting and doing our intro.
Well, they're actually coming because Hennessy Williams stole something.
This is true.
What? Did you steal the almanac? What are you doing?
Oh,
you figured it out.
Oh, that's what you did! Oh! What are you trying to do, create some, casino?
Boo! I messed up the timeline just a little bit. It turned out they didn't know about the Hilldale High I went to. It was on the other side of town.
Across the railroad tracks.
Yeah, unfortunately. They didn't talk about that one.
That's so cool.
So basically,
awesome.
Marty has to save his own story.
So you guys have a gimmick within a gimmick.
We do.
This is amazing. This is
the most amazing thing literally I've ever heard
it's
in my
seriously
life.
like wrestling and it's rock and wrestling all over again.
It is.
Rock and wrestling.
Now, that'd be awesome if you had Hogan actually show up. I'd be like, oh my God, it is rock and wrestling. What?
And even better, we will be live streaming the show on Periscope.
Oh, awesome.
Yeah.
So for anyone that can't make it, or is in another place, I know you guys have followers in other states.
Oh,
and
yeah,
stuff like
yeah.
that.
Yeah.
Anybody wants to tune in, Saturday, April 21st, we'll be live on Periscope.
And what's the account to follow for that? Do you not remember? I think I have it here.
It's our USAG Orlando.
USAG Orlando.
USAG.
Okay.
Obviously, I'm new to the Periscope live streaming, so I'm going to spend the next couple of days figuring out how to make sure it does not mess up. But yes, I
Just
did.
make sure you have a good signal. That's the main thing.
Yeah, that's key.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But we have a partnership with Full Sail, so we usually have a few students that are helping us out.
That's
each
great.
year,
Oh,
so
so
we're pretty
cool.
excited about that. They've
That's
kind of
great.
add a nice little expertise because they have the whole show production. They work on the NXT
The
shows.
NXT, yeah.
And so usually a few of them are like, "What, Erica? Okay, we'll make that happen."
Now, Hennessy, are you a previous winner of the air guitar
You
competition?
can say that I've won Florida several times.
Okay.
Because nobody
Now,
beat me.
what is your favorite song to perform to?
I mean, it really depends on my mood.
Okay.
Last year I did Chop Suey. Chop that up. But generally I try to mix things
Okay.
a little bit. And Hennessy Williams comes from a different time, a different place. So I use a lot of different kind of music, a lot of different kind of sounds you may have never heard together. This year we're going to the top.
Oh.
Uh-oh.
We're going to the top.
Uh-oh.
And my winner's coming with me.
Oh.
So we're going to do it together. Orlando 1A, Orlando 1B, it doesn't matter who it is, but we're going to win. Okay, 'cause we're going to put Orlando on the map. That's what we're doing.
I'm excited. I'm excited.
Man.
I think I'm going to have to bring out the kids to the event on Saturday.
You may
Well,
have
you
to.
got to see this intro. I mean, if
You got
anything,
to.
if you
We're
want
working
to
hard on
see what happened to the almanac, you've already seen a show, baby.
Someone's really mad that they got that ooh la la instead.
Man.
I mean, I still got to keep it kid friendly. So. It might be Reader's Digest.
Again, to promote the show one more time before we get on to the news, where and when specifically, if you're those people in the area that want to check out the show.
So it's on Ronald Reagan Boulevard in Longwood.
Okay.
It's Hourglass Brewery, and it will be April 21st.
That's this Saturday.
This Saturday. The DeLorean will show up about 5:30. We'll have a silent auction, and then we'll start the show after that.
Awesome.
All donations accepted for Ronald McDonald House.
Yep.
Now, if you want to participate in the competition itself, do you have to register beforehand?
Yes.
We would prefer you did because we like to have your music ready to go.
Ready to go.
Just to make our sound guys, Now, if you need a beer in you before you have the guts to sign up, I will have a sign up sheet there. But yeah,
we'll have music there.
Okay.
You know, if you want to look through.
yeah, your options will be more limited because obviously it's something I have to have already clipped
Approved
to
and
60
whatnot.
seconds. Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, we still have several days. I mean, if you want to go, it's on Eventbrite. It's on our page. There's a link to go and register. It's free. We don't charge you to enter. We don't charge you to come, because you know we really want it to be something that's all inclusive.
big
The main
community.
thing I want to say
Right.
is just don't be afraid. There's nothing to be afraid of.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay?
It's all about having a good time, right?
Yeah.
Everybody air guitars. I do not care what you say.
Yeah.
You've heard a song where you've air guitared. You've heard a song that you've sung along to.
Yeah.
Just do it. Just the fact that you got on stage, you're one step further than everybody else. It doesn't matter what they say. You know you want to be a rock star, so just do it. Okay?
Just do it.
That's all I'm going to say for people who want to compete.
Yeah.
Just do it like Nike. Just
Just do it. All right. Well, on that note, let's go ahead and get into some news.
Oh,
You should be ready.
I'm ready, man. Kind of.
Ready to air guitar.
I am.
I mean, you got it.
All right. Well, we have
Yeah.
how many items on the list? I did not
I don't-
count
I don't-
beforehand.
I
We
don't
have
know. Do you have a-
8 items on the list.
Not a baker's dozen.
Not a baker's dozen. But we have some important news. Didi. Rachel Hennessy, I don't know if you guys know this or not, but the official movie franchise of Expansion Drive Podcast is Fast and Furious.
Okay.
And guess what?
What?
Fast and Furious Supercharged soft opened this weekend.
Let's go.
Oh my gosh. So after a few days of Universal team member previews, Fast and Furious Supercharged has begun to soft open for guests at Universal Studios Florida. Soft openings, or technical rehearsals, can close at any time and are never guaranteed to be happening. Plus, all aspects of the attraction may not be working. Those are lucky enough to be in the park during the soft opening will get the chance to experience the new Fast and Furious theme attraction before its official opening. The ride will have a premiere on May 2nd, 2018. Though it wasn't running during this first soft opening, soon Fast and Furious Supercharged will feature the same virtual line that is available at Race Through New York starring Jimmy Fallon. At the time of the story, Express Pass hasn't been available for the attraction, and single rider will be introduced after the official opening. As soon as you approach the entrance, you see Dom's Dodge Charger parked right outside. Inside, you will make your way through familiar places inspired by the films, like the family room, complete with family photos of the Fast family, and Tej's high-tech war room. You are invited to attend a race after party that can't be missed, and Tej arranges for a custom party bus to get you there. As you make your way through the party, Dom calls you with an urgent message. Owen Shaw is headed your way. A high-speed chase ensues, and you must rely on the Fast family to lead you to safety. But will it be enough to keep you and the gang away from the clutches of Shaw?
Dun dun dun.
So I was actually there on Saturday when it actually soft opened. I was kind of upset because I heard that the team member previews were ending at 2. I was like, all right, so we're going to hang out for a little while, see what happens. Yeah, it was like almost 3 o'clock, and they still didn't open. It's like, yeah, guys, we have to go home. We got family stuff we got going on. 4 o'clock, they opened it up.
Yeah.
Did you... Go ahead. Now, are you a fan of the Fast and Furious?
I am, but I'm more of a fan of really one particular movie.
Okay.
And that's the second one.
The second one?
'Cause
No
I
way.
just feel like Rome in that movie is like, I'm just so much of him in that movie. Like, it's just, I can't explain it. Like,
All right.
I'll be at work and I'm just like, hey, we ain't hungry no more. I'll take my cutter back. And anytime somebody asks anything, I'm like, hey, we hungry.
We hungry. This is the one good line from the entire movie.
Right? I was gonna say. I was like, that is the only good line from that movie.
Sorry, Hennessy. It may be Didi and I's like least favorite of the entire series.
Well, like, I've watched
Tokyo?
them all except for the last one. It just, my timeline with it is just, I need to watch them all again and
Yeah.
in order.
Yeah.
In order,
'Cause I'm
yeah.
kind of messed up just even thinking about it. My mind's like,
I'm just always like, oh, The Rock.
That is a good reason why.
Oh.
the first
The Rock.
one, actually, the first one's the best one to me still because of the cars and just
Yeah.
how gritty it is. And
Stealing VCRs.
it just puts you
Yeah.
back into that 1999.
Yeah.
I'm 14 years old.
Yep,
I can't
that's
drive
so
this
true.
car
That's true.
yet.
It's funny because I just recently watched it all, and of course I immediately, just like you're saying, I went back to high school. I'm like, man, gosh, I feel like that age again. It's just,
Yeah.
Oh man. But it looks really cool. I love seeing Dom's Charger right outside. Possibly we may be there for opening day. So we're hoping that's going to play out as we hope it will be.
You know it's going to be awesome.
Oh, yeah.
Of course.
It'll be great.
It'll be amazing.
Oh, cannot wait. Number 2, the Justice League experience is coming to Madame Tussauds Orlando on May 25th. The Justice League is headed for Madame Tussauds Orlando this May, and they need your help to save the world. Take the streets of Gotham and Metropolis for an all-new experience featuring your favorite DC superheroes and help them save the world. Try on Wonder Woman's wrist gauntlets, help Superman lift a real helicopter, and summon Batman into battle with the Bat Signal. Guess we'll be able to see Gal Gadot as Wonder Woman, Ben Affleck as Batman, and Henry Cavill as they fight to save the world from Lex Luthor's evil corporation, LexCorp. Developed in collaboration with Warner Brothers Consumer Products on behalf of DC Entertainment, this experience combines an all-star cast with the authentic replica props and costumes that bring the characters to life. Also, a challenge has also been issued by Madame Tussauds Orlando for the bravest Justice League fans to find 5 mother boxes scattered across the globe. Mother boxes are unique artifacts with immense powers, and all 5 must be found and brought to Madame Tussauds Orlando in order to help destroy the energy-extracting forces that threaten our planet. The challengers who find the mother boxes will be rewarded with a once-in-a-lifetime VIP experience that includes a 5-day, 4-night trip to Orlando for the winner and 1 guest, along with 2 tickets to the Justice League A Call of Heroes exhibit. Winners will also receive 2 tickets to MegaCon Orlando, as well as Sea Life Aquarium Orlando. To find the mother boxes, follow at Tussauds Orlando and the hashtag Find the Mother Boxes on Instagram.
That's awesome.
Are you guys excited for that?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that's awesome.
Have you guys been to Madame Tussauds yet?
We haven't.
I haven't been there yet. I might go because I get to see Ben Affleck as Batman.
You're one of the few that's a fan of Ben Affleck as Batman?
From the moment I heard Ben Affleck was going to be Batman, that was my guy.
All right.
I just feel like he's such a good Batman. Maybe I'm just because of how tall he is. I don't know.
Yeah.
Okay.
He just seems more like Batman than Christian Bale to me. Christian Bale was just such a sad Batman.
That and the voice. The voice threw me off too.
Yeah.
Witty, funny Batman. And then Henry Cavill, the most perfect Superman there's ever been.
Yeah, I thought he was great as Superman. Yeah.
Superman.
I just, they're just trying to catch up with Marvel, so they've skipped a lot of steps.
Yeah.
But I love Justice League. I mean, Aquaman's perfect.
Yeah.
I want to go see this.
Our kids like him too. The only problem with Madame Tussauds is that I have 3 boys under 6.
Uh-huh.
And even though it's probably not like this,
Okay.
I just have images of wax and little boys. I mean, you were talking about people bringing newborns to the movie theater. We attempted Black Panther because we said you need to see this movie in the theater,
Of course.
And that was important. And
did not work out so well?
I think I saw like
oh no,
this chunk and this chunk and this chunk. He kind of got most of it, but that's because I kept taking the other ones out.
I mean,
oh man,
you win some good stuff
but yeah,
following the hashtag.
I know. I'm actually really sad that we're missing MegaCon this year.
Oh no. Yeah, we actually found out a few weeks ago that we're actually going to be covering it for the first time.
Awesome.
So we're really excited.
Nice.
I mean, if my own brother wasn't getting married.
Oh, thanks a lot, brother.
Literally the only thing. Because, I mean, every day on my newsfeed it says, this new person coming to MegaCon. And I'm like,
I want to meet him too, and her, and him, and him, and her.
Sometimes you want to
Not
know
like I
where they're
could've-
going to be, though, because sometimes they're locked away in a room somewhere.
Oh,
Yeah, yeah,
this is
You're
true.
like, all right,
This is true.
I'm sure Jeff Goldblum will.
I'm like, so what's your
Like,
favorite
it's $50 to
smoothie?
go
Because
here,
I'm gonna go
$20
up
to
to
go
that.
here.
I'm gonna go to that spot and
Yeah.
catch you getting your green smoothie. 'Cause,
Man.
Our hope is to somehow talk to what were we saying? Who did I just talk about?
Jeff Goldblum.
Jeff Goldblum. Maybe
it's
Pee Wee
his
Herman.
first appearance in Orlando.
Yeah, ever.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
Like that's mine. I mean, that's the.
Unbelievable.
I'm like, did he have something against Orlando, or just no offer was good enough?
I'm wondering how much he's gonna charge.
Yeah, that's what I want to know.
Oof. Well,
there's
your
some-
girlfriend.
Because just some of the WWE superstars are going to be there. I think like John Cena is like 85. I think Braun Strowman is like 70. I think Alexa's 70.
That's actually cheaper than it is WrestleMania.
Well, really? I thought it was... Well, because if you pay like the VIP experience, you get a couple of them, not just the one person.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I think it's like 150, but you get like everybody from that like session or whatever. But yeah, they're kind of pricey. That's what I was like. I wanted to see Braun Strowman get these hands or whatever.
These hands.
These hands.
Number 3, Drive Shack, a new golf entertainment complex and driving range, opens its first location near Orlando Airport. So now if you're familiar with what was the one that we checked out, Didi?
Topgolf.
Topgolf.
There you go.
So it's around the same thing as what Topgolf is. Drive Shack, the new 60,000 square foot golf entertainment complex, officially debuted its very first location near Orlando International Airport on April 7th, 2018. Orlando's new Drive Shack is a 3-story indoor-outdoor all-weather golf entertainment complex featuring food, drinks, and long-distance drive ranges. Located at 7285 Corner Drive in Lake Nona Sports and Performance District, this flagship location features 90 hitting bays with a 220-yard range, a free-play game lounge, and with classic games such as shuffleboard, skee-ball, and Pac-Man. A full-service restaurant and bar, an outdoor lounge, and 3 fully equipped meeting and event rooms for parties up to 1,000 guests. Each hitting bay features custom seating, complimentary custom Drive Shack golf clubs with unlimited golf balls, dual flat screens with TV on demand, interactive games enabling guests to compete with other bays, and full-service on-call food and drinks from the restaurant, all delivered by a team of 400 Shackers and service staff. Now, this is actually what I was really intrigued by, because Topgolf doesn't have anything like this. Drive Shack's signature technology includes new proprietary games like Shake Jack, where guests can aim at playing cards that appear over each hole while trying to build a hand of 21 without busting.
Wow.
Or save the Drive Shack princess by destroying all the monsters on the range during a game of Monster Hunt. Guests can also take on real courses like Teton Pines and Linfield National, I guess, as if they're actually there using virtual technology. But I'm all about trying to save a princess, playing golf. I'm sure I'll be horrible at it, but...
Wow.
Have you guys been to Topgolf yet?
I have not. I've been to the Andretti's.
Oh, okay, yeah, the one right in front of it. Yeah. So
So expensive, all that stuff.
well, Topgolf really isn't. If you go like before a certain time, like we took the kids, and it was if you go before noon, it's $30 for the hour. So it's if you're going bowling or something like that, it's not too bad. Me, the kids, Didi, when you played, we are not golfers at all.
No.
In any slightest sense of the word. We had a blast doing it. It's really a lot of fun.
I mean, I
I've
struggle at
never swung a golf
putt-putt,
club with the
so-
intention of actually trying to score.
Don't worry, that was us too.
Not even something I've ever even thought about doing. So I need to go.
Yeah,
because
yeah.
I'm living in Florida now, and all people do is invite you to go golfing.
That's true.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it really is a nice place, and the food's really not that expensive. The drinks are great. The last time I went, we actually had a company outing, and they had like pulled pork sliders, and there's seriously some of the best pulled pork I've ever had. It's great. It's a really good time. But I'm sure Dry Shack is gonna be just as good. I know Banks actually said he
Sounds
likes.
like
I'm sure they're
Andretti's
just
and Topgolf and the one.
Yeah, mixed all into one
Right,
thing, right?
you know,
Yeah.
when they
without
see
the
the
parking lot
success.
in the middle.
Yeah.
I mean, that's all Orlando is right now. Did that concept work? All right, I'm gonna build another one.
Build
over
another
here.
one.
Yeah.
Right there.
Orlando,
Yeah,
because
yeah.
Orlando has that many visitors.
Yeah.
So if you put it in the right spot,
Yeah.
people will go there.
And you can tell by all that traffic on I-4 right now. And they were saying too, Banks was saying that he actually likes Drive Shack more than Topgolf.
Oh, he went there?
Yeah, he did the show segment.
Oh, wow.
Nice.
So we'll have to check that one out.
It's far, though.
Yeah, it is a little far. So movie-wise, Rampage has topped the weekend box office. Despite performing below projections, Rampage topped the box office in the domestic debut, earning $34.5 million. Director Brad Payton's video game-inspired adaptation earned $2.4 million in Thursday previews and was expected to make $35 to $40 million opening weekend. Rampage received an A- cinema score from moviegoers who saw the film opening night. Internationally, the Dwayne Johnson-led action movie fared better. Rampage earned approximately $114.1 million outside of North America, making for a current global total of $148.6 million. Meanwhile, Didi, A Quiet Place, which surpassed expectations last weekend with 2018's second biggest domestic debut so far, only saw a 34% drop in its second weekend. The John Krasinski-directed horror film placed second at the box office, earned an estimated $32.6 million. In just 10 days since its debut, A Quiet Place is right around the $100 million mark, with especially noteworthy given the film's reported only $17 million production budget. And then we'll just go ahead and round at the top 6 because I find it interesting what it's still in the top 10. Number 1, of course, 34.5 million with Rampage. Number 2, Quiet Place, 32.6. Truth or Dare, 19.1. Ready Player One, 11.2 million. Blockers at 10.3. And still, top 6, Black Panther, 5.3 million.
Let's go.
And it is coming to Blu-ray in like 2 weeks. Or no, digital in 2 weeks, I think it is what it is.
Blu-ray, like
It's still the top 6. It is crazy.
Well, there's still people like, yeah, I haven't seen it yet.
Yeah. I actually had a friend from work the other day who just went and saw it.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
You saw it?
Yeah, she hadn't seen it yet and went and saw it and loved it. And
Shoot,
I
we
need to
were
see it again
feeling-
because the first time I saw it, my kids were like, ah!
Well, to be fair, the 5-year-old was really into it. He sat there with his popcorn, and then he walked out and he said, "Mommy, I really liked that movie." And I was
Right, he
like,
loved
"Great,
it. Yeah.
I'm glad." It was.
I didn't get to
3-year-old
see
and
it, but I'm glad you liked it.
When you go to sleep in 7 months, when I get it at Redbox, I would like it too.
So did you guys end up being able to go see it, after the fact? Did you get to see the whole entire movie yet?
when it comes
Maybe.
out on Redbox,
Just Redbox.
Yeah,
and
yeah.
they finally go to sleep at midnight, then yeah, that's gonna
I saw a
happen.
good portion. I saw a good portion of it.
Didi, I put this up specifically for you because I saw how much you freaked out the other day.
I did.
Go ahead and play that music. I
I
know you're
did.
ready. You can turn it up a little bit. I know you're ready for it.
The universe does hear prayers.
Shenmue 1 and 2
Sorry.
being re-released on PS4, Xbox One, and PC.
Amen.
Oh yes. I'm
Shenmue
happy.
1 and 2 are coming in 2018. While specific graphical enhancements weren't detailed, the publisher says the upcoming re-releases will be definitive versions of each game. The new versions will include fully scalable screen resolutions, PC graphic options, and updated UI.
That's right.
Players will also have the choice between modern or classic controls, as well as original Japanese or English voiceovers.
Classic controls.
So, you're probably going to hate me, but I've never played Shenmue.
Did you have a
Oh,
Dreamcast?
man.
I did not have a Dreamcast.
I can
I never
understand
had a
that.
Dreamcast. That's why.
Yeah.
Even the Xbox one, there was one on the first Xbox.
Yeah, the Shenmue 2, which wasn't that great of a game.
I
But it
almost beat the first one on Dreamcast. I love that game.
Oh, the first one was so...
That's my
Oh
favorite game.
No, what is the game?
So basically, you're this teenager. Teenager.
I'm trying to remember.
And his dad dies because I don't know what the Chinese equivalent of the mob is.
The Yakuza?
No, that's Japanese.
Oh,
The Triad.
Triad, yeah.
So
yeah.
basically, like
Right.
the head leader of the Triad, he's he looks like some ancient martial arts dude. Kills your-
Stereotypes, are real,
yeah,
right?
Basically, kills your dad,
Oh my God!
and then you basically are on this huge hunt to get him. It's such a good
Just
game.
so engaging. It was that.
Yeah.
All
Dude, you get a full time. You have
Last
a
of Us, all those games, Heavy Rain, they're all after. The predecessor was Shenmue.
Yeah.
That's what started that.
yeah, and you have a full time job. You
Right.
actually work from like 9 to 5.
So it's almost like Persona,
Right,
to
did have
a
do
certain
that.
extent.
You did have to do that.
Yeah.
I forgot.
Yeah,
What was your
you're
job?
Like
You-
Daredevil?
you're actually
I lived Shenmue's life.
you actually worked at a shipyard, and you had the
What a
you had to carry-
boring game!
You had to carry crates from one part to the other, and you had a
It's
certain
like
quota.
A button, hit the Y button.
Yep. And
Oh,
it was
man.
so much fun.
It
Oh,
was
man.
such a good game.
And you had to train martial art. You had to train. and-
This is the one that they have the Kickstarter to do part 3 as well, right?
yeah, that I donated to.
Did you really?
Heck yeah. Heck
How much
yeah.
did you donate?
I think like 20,
All right.
20 or 30
Basically
bucks.
just to get your pre-order code or whatever it is.
supposedly.
Oh.
I
It'll
don't know.
come out 12 years from now.
Yeah, we'll see.
You donated $20-$30. I mean, you just like shot up that they always gauge it on like $5 a person.
They only had to raise I'm sure like 30 million or something, I'm sure.
I think they only had to raise like 10 million, but they went. I think,
Went
they, I
right
think they
past it.
raised like
They-
30 something
I
million.
say they didn't do it in like 24 hours or
yeah,
something.
like
Yeah.
24 hours. They met their goal in 24 hours.
Wow.
All right. Now I know you guys said earlier that you're not a fan of the scary movies. Did you see the new It?
Nah,
No, nothing.
I'm not. No.
No clowns, no
The
nothing.
first
This is-
one ruined my life. Kinda. It really truly did.
Tim Curry is a
Like,
scary
I had
man.
real issues with going in the gutters and just, if anything.
As we
like
all
my
should.
Wiffle ball went into the sewer. It's gone, bro.
No, I'm good. Mom can give me a new one. Rachel, did you see it at all?
Well, see, my problem is I come from a family of clowns.
Oh,
Yeah.
like your family was like clowns, like for real?
Like, didn't go to clown school, but were clowns. Yes.
No, they
So-
are clowns.
Yes.
And
Okay.
I don't
Okay.
particularly
They're
like
clowns.
clowns.
So he doesn't like clowns. So I have to tone it down a little bit. But yeah, my grandmother was a clown. My father's a clown. And so I grew up making balloon animals. Like my dad and I would go to events. Like I grew up by DC. So there's a huge Boy Scout jamboree. We
Okay.
made hundreds of balloon animals for the Boy Scout jamboree. Like I'm sitting there with my dad making like Spider-Mans and Pink Panthers and I mean all kinds of stuff. And we would then we would deliver them and each boy would get one.
Yeah.
So like people would ask me to do it. You know, they'd be like, "Oh, we're doing a VBS. You know, you think you can help round up the kids?" And like because of movies like this, like clowns have to change how they appear to children.
Yeah.
And that's kind of heartbreaking because they're comedians, you know?
Yeah.
Well,
We're supposed to be funny. We're supposed to be, like I had an invisible dog. My name was Dot and I had Spot, the clown. Not very creative, but I was a kid.
Yeah.
And I had to stop wearing the white makeup.
Really?
I had to so what I did is I did the full face,
Yeah.
but without the white. So I had starburst eyes and little heart, like cheeks and everything like that.
Yeah.
And I would still wear the white gloves and I would still walk with my dog. But kids would start crying if they saw the full makeup.
that was in the 90s. What? Like,
Yeah, that was in the 90s. Yeah.
That's the first TV movie.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Kind of cheesy. The second one.
So-
What the second one?
Yeah.
So like for my family, like my grandmother, she did it her whole life, like, and it was all about like she wasn't something that she was like trying to get paid for. It wasn't like something she loved making kids happy. So to kind of have that perspective, I guess. And then like my dad, he doesn't do the makeup at all. Like he wears like jean overalls and like sticks straw in it. He's like a fall clown. So he goes around and does like those fall festivals.
Oh, cool.
And he like he has like this homemade donut game that he does where he like makes like the like the actually good tasting donuts. Not like
Oh, I think
like-
I would say I like all donuts. I'm not partial.
Except
Except
Dunkin'.
like where you take an old school deep fryer and
Oh,
you
yeah.
actually make like
Yeah.
just brown.
Usually you get those at
throw
the fair or
some
whatever.
powdered
Yeah,
sugar
yeah.
on it, like, and he would hang it on a string, and the kids had to put their hands behind their back and like eat the donut, like, and then he would make them a balloon animal, and then and kids probably, I mean, they like my dad. He's a funny guy, but yeah.
I mean, it's actually Killer Clowns from Outer Space.
Ah, yes.
Oh man.
Probably actually ruined it for
One of my
lot
favorite
people.
movies of all time. I
I
love
was
that
only
one.
like 2 years old.
So I guess on principle, I won't watch this movie.
Okay.
because
Yeah.
I just it's.
Well, there's some new rumors, for casting for the adult versions of the kids. So Warner Brothers and
Yeah.
New Line are reportedly eyeing James McAvoy and Bill Hader for It Chapter 2. Variety reports McAvoy from the X-Men franchise, of course, is in talks to portray Bill, who played by Jaden Lieberher in the first film. Meanwhile, Hader from SNL, of course, is in negotiations to star as Richie, previously played by Finn Wolfhard. Talks are still in early stages, and previous reports also suggest that Jessica Chastain is in negotiations to play adult Beverly, which would be the perfect casting ever. Gary Doberman is busy penning the script for the new film, with Andy Muschietti back directing. Bill Skarsgård is expected to reprise his role as Pennywise, and It Chapter 2 will open in theaters on September 6, 2019, and production starts this summer. But you guys will be staying far away.
I'll see the first one. I mean, they put a lot of pressure on themselves by putting that date and then having to get it casted.
That's
And I'm
true.
like, you can make a better movie if maybe you just did all that stuff in your own time.
But that movies are filmed so fast anymore, though.
Yeah.
Yeah, they are.
And the first one was great. It's actually so when I was a kid, I was raised on all the horror movies. I went and saw Friday 13th and Nightmare on Elm Street, whatever. So I'm not doing that with my kids, but I at least brought them to see it because I watched the original one with them, and they loved it. They absolutely
Really?
loved it. And it was like, can we go see the new one? It's like, well, let me watch it first, make sure there's nothing too crazy about it. And, there was some language or whatever, but like, as long as you guys don't repeat what you're hearing, we're okay. And they
Right.
absolutely loved it. Matter of fact, we bought the 4K Blu-ray the other day.
Oh, you did?
Yeah.
It was like $10 on Amazon, I think is what it was, and we watched it over the weekend again.
Well, that's good.
Absolutely loved
because
it.
he's seen it, but he was telling me about it, and I was like, well,
I've read the book and I've
sometimes-
seen it.
Yeah, and the book's a lot worse than the movies.
Well, and right, it's just,
You put
It's not a visual. It's
visual. Yeah,
but you're not watching.
Yeah.
Sometimes they, tried a little too hard to
Now this one was
shock
really
factor.
good. I really liked it. It was nothing like really gross or scary or like that or whatever. It was just good and creepy. Good and creepy. It was really good. So number 7, Deadpool 2 director to officially helm Dwayne Johnson's Fast and Furious spinoff.
Oh yes.
Could this be the best directing casting ever?
I'm so excited.
Dude, turn this up. Are you ready?
Yeah.
Are you ready to know your role and shut your mouth and get ready for the best movie of all time? Oh my God.
Yes.
So the Deadpool 2 director, David Leitch, will officially helm Dwayne Johnson's Fast and Furious spinoff. Per Entertainment Weekly, Leitch is signed to direct the film, which will follow security service agent Luke Hobbs and reformed villain Deckard Shaw. The untitled movie is set to hit theaters July 26, 2019. Leitch will reportedly has been the front runner to helm the project for months. He'll direct from a script by series veteran Chris Morgan, along with the upcoming Deadpool 2, which debuts in theaters May 18th. The Leitch other directing credits include The Atomic Bomb and the first John Wick film, which he also corrected with Chad Stahelski, I guess. John Wick being like one of the greatest Impossible White Man movies of all time as well.
True.
I take no Vin Diesel.
No Vin Diesel in this one.
No.
Yeah, they're not on good terms, not at all. But I'm really excited because I love the banter between Jason Statham and The Rock in the last movie, and it's just gonna be awesome buddy cop,
It's gonna be amazing.
craziness.
Yep.
I'm excited.
So good. Oh.
The Deadpool 2 director I'm sure it's gonna be great. Of course, Deadpool 2 we haven't seen yet, but from all accounts that we've seen in the trailers and whatnot, it looks just enough crazy as we need it to be.
I wouldn't know. I haven't seen the trailers.
I just
That's
love how
wish-
The Rock just like Fast and the Furious. That's mine now.
Because
Yeah.
arguably he made it to what it is now. I mean, it wasn't doing so well up until 5 when he came on as Hobbs, and here it is blowing up. So
Yeah.
more power to him.
Every time you blink, there's Rock in this world right now.
But it's
so.
always good.
Luda.
Oh, The Rock is always so good though.
He is.
Has he ever made a bat? Well, okay, minus Doom, but
Yeah, dude, pretty bad.
Well, when Rampage came out, he was like popping up in theaters, like
yes, yeah.
Was he really?
Yeah, like they'd be doing screenings, and he's
they'd
just
be
like,
doing
"Hello."
screenings, He's like, "Hello."
Yeah.
And he's like, "Sorry, my rest of my cast couldn't be with me, here today."
Yeah,
but,
the gorilla could not show up. Yeah.
Gorilla couldn't be here, but I wanted to. And he's just taking selfies with people and stuff.
Oh,
Yeah.
What? The Rock?
Could you
You're on
imagine?
the wrong list
The Rock.
of screenings for movies.
He's the best, man.
What would you do if we were there for the opening day for Fast and Furious Supercharged, and all of a sudden the music hits? If you smell, you'd probably have to change your pants, right?
I would, literally. I'd poop myself. Oh, man. The
so-
Rock?
What's
so-
cool is when you live in LA, because I used to live in LA.
Okay.
You just sign up on a list, and you can get invited for free to like screenings nonstop.
Oh wow.
You can go and see all of these. Like, I mean, because I was a student out there, so we were like, oh, free movie.
Heck yeah.
Hey.
Yeah.
And then they do all kinds of deals out there. Like, even if you wanted to say, do a marathon of all of the Oscar Best Pictures, you could do that. You pay we're talking not a lot, like $30, and you would sit in the theater for 12 hours and watch them all. We did that stuff. They're huge on promoting like people being able to actually see the movies out there.
Yeah.
So yeah, you could nonstop see free movie screenings out there.
So like we're huge onto the Movie Pass deal. Have you guys thought about getting Movie Pass? Because we love it.
Reading about it.
Yeah.
But then we have 3 children.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah.
Bob.
Yeah, it's a little bit easier now that mine are older, so I can just tell the oldest one, like, watch the other 2. Now we're going to have to watch
these great
movie.
ideas, like living and
Right. The first 2 things.
I tell you what, it's the greatest thing once they get old enough and be like, yeah, me and your mom are going to go out and do something, but like, you guys will be okay. It's the greatest feeling in the world.
I mean, my mom did that. I
Yeah.
mean, because I was one of 7, so
Yeah.
it was very quickly that was happening. But yeah, we're
I
not
don't know
there
if
yet.
I'll ever get to that feeling. They might be 22 years old. I'm just gonna kick it. No, you're not by yourself.
So this coming Friday, we have this amazing game coming out.
I've heard.
This music.
I haven't listened to the whole thing yet.
So God of War which is really God of War 4, I guess you could say, comes out this Friday, and reviews are out. It's getting perfects like across the board. I think I've maybe seen 2 that were like.
I saw one 8.5.
Yeah. Everything else is 10 out of 10, 10 out of 10, 100, 5 out of 5. This and that. I cannot wait. Hennessy, have you played the other God of War games? Yes and no? Yeah, a little bit here and there.
Maybe I'm just not good enough at the game.
Okay.
Because I've tried repeatedly the first 2.
Yeah.
Actually, particularly the third one.
Yeah.
It's hard, man.
Yeah, it can be. Yeah, it can be. Yeah.
It can be very frustrating. I'm like replaying 3, and I forgot how frustrating some of these boss fights were. Like Hades. Oh my god.
Oh yeah, and that's just the first one. No, that's the second one.
That's the second one,
yeah.
technically.
Exactly. Yeah. So I'm sitting here stuck on these levels for weeks, months, now years. I'm like, because I have PS Now.
Yeah.
So
okay.
PS Now I can just play
whatever. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm just like, but I want to. This one I'm gonna give a chance because it's getting so many perfect scores. Why not?
Yeah.
He's like that with a lot of games.
Yeah, those
Uncharted,
dungeons, man.
stuck in one spot.
Oh, just calling you out. Just calling you out.
Witcher 3. Stuck. Just been stuck in the same spot.
But the good thing, with 3 kids that are 6, they sit there and they watch him. They don't care that he's played the same thing over.
Yeah.
They're like, Daddy, it's about to get you.
Right.
I just did the whole thing. So I didn't have time to play through God of War 3, so I just ended up watching just the YouTube, movie sequence of it all.
Oh, yeah.
And the kids are watching, we're like, this game looks awesome. I was like, yeah, but you're still not playing it. You're still too young. Sorry.
Yeah.
Like, no. But I'm hearing this game is like upwards of like 40 hours.
Oh, if you do everything?
Yeah.
So the main story itself is 25.
Yeah. But doing all that extra special stuff and whatnot, I've managed to stay away from every single video, every single review. I don't want to know anything about this game. Nothing whatsoever. I want to go in clean slate.
40 hours? I don't know. My son spent like 100 on Marvel,
see,
that seems like no time at
I
all.
like longer games.
But in something like God of War, though, that's a lot because it's like what 10 hours usually is what he has. Oh, I'm so excited.
But like 10 hours, but like I'm on like 3 years. But
that's it for my news. Go ahead and get into that get hype news. Why don't you?
Why don't you? Yeah, my man, I was so close to being on time for that one.
You're doing pretty good today.
I am.
I got that teamwork going on.
We
right
do.
now.
We got the teamwork going on. I'm gonna do some little background music.
I'm so, my apologies. You can turn it up more. What
cool.
is this? Oh, this is
some lo-fi. We're gonna do some lo-fi.
This is very chill.
It is. That's the point.
Oh, okay. I thought we were supposed to get hype.
Listen.
Oh, okay. My apologies. Apologies.
I'm exposing the masses to goodness. Okay. So this is the Get Hype news for this week. So Kendrick Lamar just won the Pulitzer Prize for his album. Damn.
In all caps.
In all caps.
Where's Farouk when you need him?
Where's Farouk? Dang, that'd be funny. That's crazy though. Pulitzer Prize. First ever rapper to do so. I don't know.
But no Grammy yet?
Yeah. Did he? I don't think he did.
I don't
think he did. I don't think he did.
Album of the year.
Yeah.
How has he not?
I don't think he did.
might have a Grammy.
Right.
I mean, definitely nominated.
He performed this year, though, right?
He did.
Yeah,
he performed Black Panther stuff.
Yeah, that's right.
Man.
I still listen to that one.
Oh, man. So, May 29th, don't go to Starbucks because it's going to be closed.
Why?
Because they are closing the store so 175,000 employees can get training on racial bias training.
My hometown of Philadelphia doing some racial profiling there. Oh.
So I wonder who all called in sick that day. 100,000?
So wait, you're from Philadelphia?
Originally, yeah.
And you've never heard of air guitar?
No. I mean, I moved down here in 95.
Okay.
Yeah, I was a youngster back then. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Then you're left the hook.
Yeah.
There's a huge regional championship.
Yeah, no, yeah. I moved down here in 95, so a while ago.
You should fly up there.
May 29th?
May 29th. Don't go to Starbucks.
That's okay. I can't afford them anyway.
That is true. They're Buzz your girlfriend. Jeff Hardy last night became the newest member of the WWE's Grand Slam
Yeah,
Champion
crazy.
Club. I didn't know that.
Jinder Mahal gets drafted, traded, whatever you want to call it, over to Raw, and then Jeff Hardy beats him for the U.S. title.
And now he's
probably going to go to SmackDown tonight, probably.
yeah, probably.
The man had 10,000 chances.
And that's the craziest thing. The dude just got arrested for the DUI,
Right.
but yet he's going to be a champion.
He's the
Right.
only one they would let do that.
Yeah.
I want to know what he has on Vince.
Yeah, right?
Oh, he has to have something.
And what's actually really
Because
crazy...
even Vince doesn't play like. I
Right,
mean,
yeah, exactly. What's even crazier, so I used to work for TNA Wrestling back in the day.
Okay.
And back when Hardy was going through his, like, really bad thing, like, where he, like, was so drugged out of his mind when he had the match with Sting, and he couldn't
I
perform,
remember that.
Oh, we were there
Sting
live.
pinned him, like, 1, 2, 3, and that was it. WWE is actually going to use that footage for the Jeff Hardy documentary. So they're actually licensing footage from Impact to use for their stuff.
Are you serious?
How crazy is that?
Are you
What
being
a
serious?
time that we live in. That Vince is working with Impact.
Are you being serious right
I'm
now?
being dead serious.
The rumors that we might see Impact on the network at some point.
That's been going on forever. I would love to see that because I can't stand the whole Twitch thing. And
Yeah, it's annoying.
but yeah, when we used to go to because that's actually how we met. I was
Yeah.
working there at the time, and Didi was coming as a fan, and I loved old school Impact. It was great.
It was
but,
good.
AJ and Joe and Daniels and everybody. But yeah, Jeff Hardy, stop doing dumb things.
Stop doing.
Yeah.
Man.
I'm very upset that they teased that Miz Taraj.
Oh
I mean,
yeah,
it's a spoiler alert, but either way, that they teased the Miz Taraj on Monday Night Raw.
yeah,
With Sami Zayn, Kevin Owens, The Miz,
Oh,
Amber
yeah.
Dallas,
yeah.
and Curtis Axel.
But the best part that you're getting now, you're gonna get Miz versus Daniel Bryan finally.
Yeah, for the title, probably.
Oh God.
It
I
better.
hope.
It better be it.
As good as it was, like when they were building up for it, like when Miz
Yeah.
was backstage doing that whole
So fun
talking
story.
smack.
You know the yes, yes, yes chant.
Mhm.
We were sitting behind the guy that started it
Really.
At
joke.
WrestleMania
because
28,
yeah, that when he
there
was
was
in
one
Miami,
guy, like when he came out, there was one guy, he was drinking.
I had bought him tickets. We were in Virginia at the time, so I
Okay.
had bought him tickets for Christmas to go see his first WrestleMania, which happened to be that one. He'd seen everything else almost, but not WrestleMania. So we flew down to Florida and went, and there we were sitting right behind the guy that started it. And then when it became a thing, we were like,
I mean,
we
he got it going
literally,
at WrestleMania. It was that one guy.
we were right. We saw it happen.
That's
Though
crazy.
I would like to say that guy stole it from us when we used to go to Impact, and something awesome would happen. We would literally go,
Really?
yes,
Yeah.
yes, yes. I'm
Which
just
may
saying.
have been what he. I mean, you never
The-
know.
who knows?
He might have
Who
been.
knows?
Like
Like
might
the
have
bit-
been
like-
somebody that went and it just happened.
Yeah,
It
and
was,
then
all-
all of a sudden,
it was the
boom.
beer money crew. That's what it was.
Just like when we started the beer money chant, TNA still hasn't paid us for that.
James Storm stole it.
James Storm stole it.
What's wild is it still is hot. Like it
Yeah.
still hasn't dissipated,
Get the whole room
which
doing
is
it.
crazy because normally that trend.
Yeah.
Yeah, it
Yeah,
dies.
but-
Yeah, but no, it's still there. Just like the what? Ugh.
God, that needs to go away. I hate that so much. It's so I'm shocked they didn't do it last night. What promo was it that I thought they were gonna do it? Oh, Jinder Mahal. He says, "Oh, you guys be quiet." I thought they were gonna go, What? Anywho, Beyonce took over Coachella on Saturday, last Saturday. Dude, did you see this? She changed her nails.
I heard she had a bunch of wardrobe changes.
She changed her nails in the middle of her set.
She's like the first female to headline Coachella.
First black female.
Okay,
to headline
and then
Coachella.
and then was the first female group because
Yeah, because that's the
Child.
child. They did like 2 or 3
Yeah.
songs, I think.
Baychella.
I wish I was there.
Oh,
Oh, I would have flipped the table. Man. Drake now equals Elvis for the 4th most top 10s in
that's ridiculous.
ever.
Ridiculous.
And he just unseated himself with his new song. I forgot what it's called.
That's unfortunate.
More hot garbage.
Yeah. Well, hey, he's catchy.
Sorry, not that I my opinions on Drake are not. It's the same. Oh.
Yeah, well.
Well-
Are you guys fans of The Walking Dead?
I mean, way back when
When it was good.
Oh, when it was good.
But
we just got
I get
behind.
spoiled on it so often
Oh, yeah,
from
yeah.
people on Facebook. I know what happens. So.
Yeah.
Right. And then I'm not like that. I want to see it happen.
Yeah.
So I won't let people spoil it for me. But we hit a point where he gets a little too sick of seeing zombies over and over again. And I'll be like, well, I'll just wait. I won't watch it without you. And then I'll be like, I should have watched it without you. And then we were like, oh, our kids are getting older, and I don't want them to see people eating people. So gotta kind of tone that down, you know. And then we got so far behind. And funny story, though. Last year at Air Guitar, Cause a Commotion came.
Cause a Commotion,
which is a couple that does like they go around to all the MechaCons. They have some fantastic cosplay, and they came as Michonne.
Oh, that's cool.
And they were just fabulous. And our sponsor last year was Mortem Manor, and so they put a zombie on the stage, and they had a zombie rocker. And
that's
amazing.
amazing.
So we had some fun stuff like that going on.
That's cool.
That's so cool.
Y'all missed it.
The Walking Dead finale this past weekend had the lowest rating since the first season.
Good.
Ooh.
Get off
I
to
think
there.
people were just scared that it was not gonna live up to the expectations.
Well, because they always do the same thing every finale, where they leave you on this huge cliffhanger, and then just they don't answer. Oh, you
tired of
just,
it.
Yeah.
And they go do it in some new town. I wonder what new town they're in now.
Whatever.
Yeah. Finally, Deadpool is getting two pop-ups, two pop-up bars, one in Brooklyn from April 26th to the 28th.
If you probably took off your sunglasses, you'd probably be able to see it better.
Listen, that light,
Take off the sunglasses.
that light,
Not see this here.
No matter how dark it is,
that light is so bright,
don't
man.
take them off ever.
And in LA from the 10th to the 12th.
I
I know.
We actually get to LA on the 13th, so that's why I was like, I was all mad about it.
Oh man.
Yeah.
Man. All right, well, let's go ahead and get into some new releases of the week then.
New release.
Because we already talked about Tots, so well, you're back to being the worst producer again.
Listen.
You got to remember to turn up the audio there, fool.
Listen.
I'm listening.
I don't know what to say. I suck.
So movie-wise, nothing really huge this week. You have I Feel Pretty. It's the new Amy Schumer movie. Yeah, we're the exact same way. Don't worry.
Yeah.
Super Troopers 2.
Yes,
Yeah, I'll probably go
yes,
see Super
yes.
Troopers.
I've never even seen the first one.
What is going on in the world?
I haven't seen the first
You
one.
need to see it right meow.
It's
I'm
one of
pretty
those-
sure that he wouldn't have stayed with me if I hadn't sat down right when he told me to and watched it.
I'm not going to tell you to watch it because it's one of those movies where if you have a friend watch it, you just want to watch its face the whole time.
Yeah,
to see if he likes it.
Oh, it's like like you need
And
to
they
see it with
probably
friends.
won't laugh at the things you laugh
Yeah,
at
yeah.
the first time or the second time or the third time they watch it. So it's just you really got to be in the mode.
It's coming out on the right day.
State of mind.
Yeah, it's coming out on the right day.
You need to
Oh,
be in the
okay.
mode.
Yeah,
I
you
see,
know,
So that is not a coincidence.
yeah, no. So TV wise, you talked about earlier that you're watching some cool stuff on Netflix and Hulu
Yeah.
and whatnot. Hennessy, is there anything that you're watching right now that you think the folks at home should watch?
I'm watching a lot of documentaries.
Oh,
actually
awesome.
on Netflix.
Yeah.
So one of them is The Fastest Car.
I've
That's
seen this.
awesome.
Oh, have you heard about this? Oh, it just came out, and it's about like you can like money's not all. It's not all about money. It's how you build it. And so like you, they
When did he
like.
turn? Is he Vince McMahon hosting this thing?
I wish, but it's you can talk about it. Yeah, you can talk about it. It seems like it's such a cool
Gotta
concept.
breathe.
But I don't
see
even
it.
really. I mean, I like cars, but I could never really fix a car.
Yeah, no.
So I'm more interested in the person's story.
Okay.
But then some people can watch it who love cars, and they can see they know why it's going so fast because I don't.
Yeah.
You know, but two different people can watch that show.
Mm.
It's the other show is called Rapture,
Okay.
which is a documentary about just various hip hop artists.
Okay,
It's
yeah,
real
yeah.
deep. The first one's about Logic,
Okay.
Yeah.
and it's awesome. But
Really?
the one about T.I. might be like some of the best television I've ever watched.
Get out of here.
I'm serious.
Does he talk about him getting arrested and all the times he went
Well,
to jail
but
and
it's
stuff?
not really about that. It's
Oh.
just about the whole. Well, that was part of it, but it's just about the whole culture of everything that's going on.
Yeah.
And I didn't even know that he released like a 2-disc CD, like
He did?
about everything that's going on, like
Oh, wow.
the movement and
Oh, wow.
yeah.
Last
Yeah.
thing I
Remember
knew
that?
T.I.
It
did
pulls
was
you in, and like, I mean, it's real. I mean, they do not shy away. We'll say that.
But it's just the thing about Netflix is that whole binging. You watch it and then it's over and you're incomplete
It's true.
for a couple days.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I try not to watch it all. I try to act
Whereas-
like it's 1997
Watch it later.
every week.
Oh, it's Tuesday. Let's turn on Netflix's 8:30.
I have the
yeah.
opposite problem. It'll be like he'll be getting up to go to the gym. He'll be like, "Are you awake right now? Watching
Also,
Netflix?"
Yeah.
Roseanne. Some people have had some issues with Roseanne, but I like it.
I love it.
It's true to its roots
Yeah.
of how it used to be.
I think it's still just as hilarious as it was back in the day.
It's wild that it's all the same people.
Exactly,
Yeah.
right?
Right. Yeah.
And then I think I don't know if it's a Tuesday or Wednesdays that it's actually on. I can't remember.
Tuesdays.
So David actually shows up in this week's episode.
What?
Yeah.
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 He's gonna show up. Yeah.
Bro.
Yeah.
I've met him before, and he's exactly the guy he plays, like in everything he's ever been.
Oh, really?
I don't
Yeah.
think he's actually an actor.
He's just
He's just that guy.
Just a person in these shows. He's not an actor.
That's a good agent.
It's like
He literally
yeah,
plays himself.
that's like when I met Hannibal Buress. That's literally him.
really.
Yeah, Hannibal Buress is Hannibal Buress.
So game-wise, like we said earlier, we have God of War coming out this week, which Didi, thanks to him, I found out that's actually not even Friday. We get to get it Thursday at 9.
Thursday at
yeah.
9 p.m.
Called my GameStop to make sure
Wow.
that was the deal.
Go.
So probably won't be doing a whole lot Friday. Sorry, Fraka, if you're listening to this. Fraka's my wife, sorry. So if you
Got it.
Yakuza 6 comes out. I've actually never played any Yakuza, but I hear great things about it. And of course, Nintendo Labo, which is the new Switch stuff if you want to build some crazy cardboard robots and shenanigans. And
Just a
Yeah.
question about Yakuza 6. I tried to play Yakuza 5. Did you play it? Have
No.
you played it?
I haven't played any
I haven't played
Yakuza.
any of
Okay,
them.
so I played it for about 35 minutes, and it was still a movie. I would watch it.
Really?
I'm serious. Like, I didn't even have time to, like, I mean, it looked awesome. It looks amazing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I was basically watching a movie. So I'd like to see how the action
Right.
is. Everybody says this movie, or this game,
Yeah.
is awesome.
Yeah. That's
But
what everyone says. That's what I hear.
You got to have some time.
Some patience, yeah, right?
Make dinner,
Yeah.
cook dinner, mow your grass.
Come back and they're still talking. So we got a few listener questions. So our friend Clayton over at Living the Dream, he says we're on a 9-hour flight to next week to Orlando. What would be your go-to video game for a journey that long? So I'm assuming he's going to say Switch because you're not
Yeah.
going to bust out your games case to play
Yeah.
something like that.
That's a good question, man.
But I guess you could go, PSP or Vita or Game Boy, whatever you want to. What would be your go-to,
Breath of the Wild would probably be number one.
on Switch?
Yeah.
Okay.
And then I would try to finish Super Mario Odyssey. That's the goal when we go.
Okay.
play.
Mm.
I'll finish Odyssey.
Is there anything that you guys play handheld that you would recommend?
Or even on your
Man,
phone.
Yeah,
Every
your phone game too.
single day of my life, my son says he wants a Switch.
It is the greatest
And
invention
for a really
ever.
long time, I told him that he would have to ask his grandmother
Uh-huh.
until one day he was on the phone with her and she told him that he was definitely not getting a $300 gift from her anytime soon. And then he went back to trying to convince me to spend $300. His handheld was $10 at a consignment shop.
Okay.
Okay.
It would
And
That's the same thing I do with my
it
kids.
was
Don't worry.
solid because it was old and it was like one of the original VTechs and it had
Oh,
little
okay.
cartridges.
Yeah.
And he could play all these games that he was. I mean,
You were learning.
he knew what their characters. He knew. You
Yeah.
know, they have
Yeah.
Cars, they have Toy Story, they've
Yeah.
got Mickey, they got all of them.
Yeah.
So I was like,
Yeah. I mean, I would probably. I used to have a Game Boy Advance, like way back when.
Yeah.
I'd like to really, if I had 9 hours, I'd like to really just dive into maybe trying to beat a Pokemon game.
Oh, yeah. I didn't even think about Pokemon.
Yeah.
Some of my boys beat like 3 or 4 of them. Like, how'd you have that much time? You know?
Yeah, that's a lot of Pokemon to catch.
Were you just playing like everywhere you went? And they're like,
Yeah.
yeah. So my son would like that if he had that.
This is
But
true.
So before we actually leave for LA, I'm picking up a game to play on the flight.
LA Noir.
No, I already have that.
Oh.
South Park, Fractured Butthole.
Okay.
This actually comes out next Tuesday.
Oh, okay.
So it'll be here in time for the flight over there. So that's what I would recommend. I think the game is hilarious. Whether you like South Park or not, you're gonna laugh. You're gonna have a good
I
time
need
with
to
it.
get the last one. Now that one's
Stick of Truth?
Yeah,
Well, the good thing, if you buy Fractured Butthole, it comes with Stick of Truth for free.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's like 2
I
for
need to
1.
get it because I hear so many different things about how good that game
both of them
is.
are hilarious.
Well, I
Oh,
guess-
they're so great.
I guess the universe has been telling him anyway because he keeps having South Park episodes pop up after whatever he's watching. He said that the other day. He's like, "Why does South Park keep playing after whatever I'm watching?"
It's
Everything
still
I watch,
so good.
South Park comes on after everything I watch.
Oh, it's still so good. Oh, I stopped watching it for a while, and then with Hulu they added every single season on there. So I went back and watched them all. I'm like, man, this is still
There's
just
some
as
good
funny. Yeah,
television
yeah.
on South
Yeah.
Park.
Especially the Game of Thrones one. Let's see. Friend Jamie Lynn Odell. She says, interested to see if you guys will be playing the Destiny 2 DLC Warmind. Talk about that, she says.
I haven't heard anything about this.
No.
I was to say, in a
I
simple
do-
word, no.
I will be playing it. I'll check it out. Hopefully it's not as horrible like the last DLC was, because the last DLC was horrible.
Yeah.
The
Actually-
definition of horrible.
I trade it in my copy. That's how much I don't care about Destiny anymore.
Thank the Lord I got Destiny 2 because I did my friend a favor. So and the
I
all the
haven't
digital stuff
gotten
too.
it
So
I want it because I love the first one.
a lot of
Yeah.
people still play Destiny 1. I would just
I've
do
always
that.
been like slightly behind. Like,
yeah.
when the releases are.
Yeah.
So when I bought the Taken King, then they were like, "Yeah, the new one's coming out, so now you can't play this map."
But Taken King was so good. Like
Yeah.
Destiny 1, like we
Yeah,
played
Destiny
that
1
thing
was-
nonstop for the longest while.
Yeah.
And even when Destiny 2 first dropped, it was like, okay, this is good, and then you're just like, no, this really isn't that good. Just-
No. But now you can get Destiny. I saw Destiny 2 on sale for $11.
Yeah, you can get it mad
I
cheap.
got it for $9, so we're
Yeah.
right there.
Yeah,
Yeah.
mad cheap. Let's see here. Mac Clark, frequent asker of the questions. He says, what are your thoughts on the new tiered FastPass system at Disney's Hollywood Studios now that Toy Story rides are on their own tier?
The heck? What do you mean?
So thank you to Nathan Staker. He actually helped out because I wasn't aware of this as well. So today they actually dropped the new system for the Toy Story Land rides. So if you're there as a hotel park guest or hotel guest, you can book your fast passes 60 days in advance. Toy Story is now its own tier at Disney's Hollywood Studios. Everything
Oh, great.
else. So, but check this out. R&R Rock and Roller Coaster dropped.
Oh, good.
So it's in the same tier with Star Tours and Tower of Terror.
Oh,
whatever.
heck yeah.
But
All right.
Midway Mania and then the other two will be up at the top tier.
I'm down with that.
Yeah, so
I'm good.
I'm totally fine with that. Midway
Yeah.
Mania should be in the top tier anyway to begin with. But apparently you can't book fast passes for that right now. Apparently they took that offline because they're changing all the line the queue area for that. Because they're adding a third track and you'll be
Yeah.
entering from the other side or whatever.
Yeah.
But I'm totally fine with that.
I'm good.
Yeah.
I'm great with that. It
I
sounds
need
like-
to learn. I need to learn
Everything
how
about
to actually book
FastPass
my
confuses
FastPass.
me. We almost never take the kids because my kids are not at all impressed with Disney.
Oh, wow.
Are you serious?
Wow.
And it's not that they don't
Not
like
Disney.
It's not Disney. It's not that they don't like the characters
Yeah.
or like that they don't watch all of those movies and stuff. It's just if you're just gonna sit in the stroller
Yeah.
and yawn at me and only get excited about the Moroccan egg rolls I bought you, then I'm gonna go cook you some egg rolls at
Wow,
home.
that's
Yeah.
so crazy.
They liked Legoland a whole lot more than Disney.
Wow.
I feel like once they get older,
I think when they get older,
they'll
yeah.
appreciate Disney a little bit more.
Yeah.
Because meeting the characters and everything, like actually meeting them,
Yeah.
like Rachel said, sitting in the stroller looking at them is not cool.
Yeah.
But Legoland for them is more interactive.
Yeah.
Okay.
And
Right.
It's
that's what
definitely
I
geared toward that age range more so
Well,
than what
okay,
Now,
Disney
that's
is.
stuff
So-
at Disney that's interactive. Like if you take them when we were at Animal Kingdom.
Well, yeah. So his parents came into town, and we took him to Animal Kingdom. And you know what they spent the most amount of time, like didn't even want to leave, was like in
The
Dino
excavation.
Land. There's
The
like this
excavation
little
thing.
thing with slides.
Oh, the
So you just-
excavation
Yeah.
area. Yeah.
That was the thing they loved. They didn't
just
care
a
about
simple
anything
playground,
else.
yeah.
That's what they wanted. I was like, I can take you to a playground
around the corner. Yeah.
the corner.
Get some dirt, you know what I'm saying? Got plenty of that.
I'm gonna bury some chicken bones underneath the sand. It'll be okay.
But luckily, because of my job, we can go to Disney,
Yeah.
and we don't have to worry about it.
Yeah.
Like, oh man, that was a lot of money wasted.
Yeah.
Right.
Heard that.
But it also means I don't think we've spent more than. Nope. When your parents came, that was a long. We never spent a whole day at Disney. That was the first time.
Wow.
We usually left after about 2.5 hours.
Right. It's just because they're young.
Yeah.
That's why.
Yeah.
Like even I feel like even if we went to Universal with them, if they're sitting in the stroller seeing Spider-Man just from afar,
Yeah.
they want to be more interactive with it.
But if you
that.
brought them on the Fast and Furious ride, they'd be like, man, let's go here every single day of the week.
We're adults. We love it.
Man, we want to be part of the family.
We want to be part of the food. We want to sit at that family table.
One last question. Tom for Coasters. Actually, he has 2 questions. He says, do you think the Mr. Potato Head animatronic will return once Toy Story Land opens? I'm not the only one that wants to know because it's not talked about too much about the queue upgrades. I hope so.
I hope so. Because I know they took it down for a long time.
Yeah, so maybe instead of being in the queue, he'll be outside, kind of like I think it's Disneyland has them like that, right?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, so maybe be on the outside of
We'll
the
see
actual
when we
attraction.
get there.
Yeah. Hopefully they'll be soft open by the time we get over there because it's not going to be open when we go over.
Oh,
it's not slated to open till June.
What?
Yeah. Yeah, I didn't know either. So we may not get any Incredicoaster when we go over. He also wants to know thoughts on the internal rumor that we're finally getting a new monorail upgrade by 2020-2021. Rumor is that the budget for the MK Theater that's now not opening had its money go to the monorail system.
Wait, so they're not doing that Grand Central Theater?
That
that's
would
not
be-
happening anymore.
That would be our kid's favorite ride.
The monorail?
The monorail.
Yes.
That's
If it would
their
ever
favorite
work,
ride.
right?
We could go on that back and forth all day, baby.
That thing needs an upgrade in the worst
does.
possible
It
way.
looks-
Yeah.
I remember watching
bad.
Disney Channel in 1989,
Yes.
and it looks exactly like the monorail.
Because
from
it is.
1989.
It's the exact same monorail.
Like nothing is different.
Nothing's different. And for some odd reason, I've noticed it smells so horrible in those monorails.
Oh, stanky.
It smells so stanky. It smells like the stank from 1989 when you watched that stuff.
It's really funny. Like it literally had like
Yeah.
no upgrade whatsoever.
It's such a shame because every single time my family goes, we end up going on the riverboat or not the ferry boat
The ferry
because
boat.
the monorails break down every single time.
Yeah.
I remember the one time that we went and we waited there for like an hour was not so scary. The monorail just broke down out of nowhere, and then there's crowds like crazy, and they need to upgrade that system. It's the worst right now. It's so bad.
Do you think they'll ever expand it to make it all the parks?
I don't think so. I think that's what they're doing with that whole gondola system. Because that's what's at Hollywood Studios, and then a couple
they
different.
Just need like literally a new
brand new
monorail,
system. Yeah.
like the new actual.
I think it'd be
whatever
cool if they
you
did, but yeah, they
call
need it.
it.
Yeah, they
Yeah.
need a whole new system.
They do.
It's so archaic now. There's so many different ways to upgrade that system, and they haven't done any of it yet.
Right.
Yeah, but they keep raising prices.
And doing construction everywhere.
Everywhere.
But the places that need
We
it.
are always talking
Right.
about it. We're like, if we didn't live here and we were like driving into Disney, we'd be like, Disney.
Yep.
Are we at the right
And,
spot?
Well, them like
Is-
the
am I
murders
in
that you
the-
don't see come on, you're like, oh, we're at Disney, we're at Disney. Ah! I just see them like singing songs, like, yay, we made it, we
honey, cross 4 lanes of traffic
Oh,
right now.
yeah.
You see them in front of you, like, oh.
Oh, don't remind me. Don't remind me.
missed it.
Oh, I-4 and World Drive, and it's so nuts.
bad.
Oh, yay.
I have to GPS where I'm going, not because I don't know where I'm going, but because I have to make sure I'm not going to get stuck on a highway for like an hour and a
Oh,
half.
yeah.
Oh, yeah, same here. I
actually
do
happens
too.
to me.
I'm like, so which accident do we want to
Yeah.
head for?
Yeah.
Because there's one on each road.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, I really
So
feel
bad.
like Disney, I don't really like the idea of letting AI do too much.
Mm-hmm.
But if we were going to have robots escort people places,
Yeah.
then when you get to Disney World, you should be checked in by a robot, and they should take you to where you need to be, so that there's no discrepancies or nothing. People would love that.
Yeah.
Actually. They would pay more money for it.
So to bring it all back to the beginning, what you're gonna do? You're gonna get that almanac, and you're gonna bring it to timeline B, and you're
Yes.
gonna change
There you
everything
go.
around. This way we can have
There
this
you go.
set.
I've changed a lot of things already.
it could be like the Jetsons.
Oh yeah. Oh see. Oh the
Yeah.
Jetsons.
That'd be perfect.
Everything fold up into a little
Disney already owns
briefcase.
everything. They could just buy the rights for that too.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I'll tell you what.
What? What's
I
that?
might help
They
them
just
get
bought the
around.
podcast.
Oh my gosh! We're owned by Disney.
Oh gosh. All right. Well, that's gonna be it for us, guys. One last time. Saturday. What?
April 21st, Hourglass Brewery. Show up, take pictures of the DeLorean, talk to our Biff and our Griff, maybe get made fun of a little bit, cajoled into donating more. Support
Compete.
our local businesses. They all donated to silent auction. You know.
Now, if you
Come
want to
have fun.
compete, where do they go?
They go to our Eventbrite,
Okay.
but if you just look us up, if you Google Orlando Air Guitar, we're the only thing that shows up. We have Facebook, we got Twitter, we have Instagram, we have a website, we have everything. And
Awesome.
all of them have a link to it. Or you could just email me at usagorlando@gmail.com.
Awesome.
And I will help you out.
And if you're not in the area and you want to check out the show, it's gonna be right there on Periscope.
Yeah, live
Right there
stream
on
on
Periscope.
Periscope.
Awesome. And what's
You'll
that
get
account number
discount.
or account again? Just-
USAG Orlando.
USAG Orlando.
Awesome. Didi, where can everybody follow you?
You can find me all types of social media except Facebook, Black Timus Prime, BLAKTIMUS, Prime PRIME. That's it for today. It's
Okay.
a quiet place day.
And of course, if you'd like to follow the show on Twitter, it is at AttractionsEXP. If you'd like to send us an email, that's going to be expansiondrive@attractionsmagazine.com. Oh, we got a little shower going on over here.
I love that gimmick. It's so
amazing.
basic.
Blue magic, baby. Blue magic.
The blue magic.
Blue magic.
Of course, go check out Orlando Air Guitar Competition this Saturday at Hourglass. I think that's going to be it. Oh, actually, forgot. We'd like to thank, as always, MEI Travel,
Yes.
Mastermind Travel, and Universal Fan Travel. And, of course, thank you once again to Give Kids a World Village for allowing us to record here each and every week. It's awesome.
Yeah, thank you.
But, yes, that's going to be us. Be it for us. Now, Hennessy, you're going to get a kick out of this one. You ready? From the Good Brothers
From the good
and the
brother.
Good Sister. Too sweet.
Get hype.